Yo, what is good? My anime. Hold up. You see him hit me in the head? My anime people. Hold up. I want to say Darwin's a game. Feels like it just can leave and come back whenever it feels like. Are you guys getting tired of that? No? Just me? Got it. Um, this week's episode is another good reminder as of why shows really should just continue to have fun and elaborate like backstories and stuff like that when they truly feel like it. Because I feel like lately there's been a formula and an easy way to see, what show's going to do what in the case of, oh, this will lead to such and such of her being able to talk about it. It always seemed like every show had the same kind of idea of where to go with it, and I didn't so much care for it. So to know that it's just after she kind of has her barriers broken down yet again by this guy who not only could have died because he doesn't have like that much combat experience, but he's running in, like not even cautiously. He's just throwing thought to the wind to this girl, and pretty much if he dies, he dies, but at least he tried, in that case. And this is a game where her parents, who she didn't even know what type of abilities they had, or maybe she did and didn't elaborate on, what she saw, because I guess it wouldn't matter anyway to know their types of abilities, but it would help just to know what the guy is capable of already defeating and maybe how he countered them somehow with whatever they had, right? So that's one of the things I look maybe too much into when it comes down to these types of instances, because in my mind, I would have been like, and how could they have defeated your parents? Or, was both of your parents in the game? Did you know that much? It's stuff like that that I'm really interested in when it comes to these shows. So it's cool to hear her side and not just have her be a girl that is trying to get the boy and be as dead, and she's just deadly as ever because reason. She truly got into her parents' phone after their passing away and had to learn this game the hard way, and somehow, some way became the most deadliest player because all she did was fight with vengeance and wanting to pretty much get even, right? So imagine going in with that mindset, nothing more, nothing less, and every time you end up fighting an enemy or you end up seeing someone that is trying to outmatch you or even know stuff about you from your other previous matches. Because think about it, the information person, she's been doing this for a while too, So anything she's seen and has leaked out to anybody for her own sake has, clearly put anybody else at jeopardy, or it's going to put you at a weaker advantage, right? So I like where this show is going as a whole because no one can really tell as much of the outcome now with them collecting this split personality girl slash boy who anytime she's in a situation where she wants to just like outright take people out or go into nutty mode, she's just a killer. She's an absolute monster. So we'll see how she truly like makes the group as a whole work, like the synergy as a whole, because from what I understand, having water and ice the way that they do is pretty helpful. It just comes down to the fact of um, the betrayal, like there's always a chance of betrayal, or the fact that, hey, the eighth may be of building this clan that of people that he could pretty much just send in at a whim and be like, okay, you guys are gonna go do this, and it doesn't matter like what happens in there. Just bring me out something that I can use that I want, something along those lines. He doesn't have any like emotional connection to these people, which I feel our main character would build with the other with these people who he's with, right? Like I don't see him as just a heartless person who's like, yes, I built this clan to throw them away one by one, and thanks to them, I can be safe every single time I go out on an attack. You know, it didn't feel like that per se. So to then see it projected from the eighth clan and just like how everybody's in this building, not knowing the sigil. I was pretty surprised that he didn't just use his plants to make everybody get controlled and you know, have to fight each other. But we see how many people he's clearly just giving the phone to everybody and just saying, "Hey, all right, click this button, see what happens to you." Because they have a whole bunch of, I think they had what, like two or three people with different various abilities, like one to explode and one was pyromancer. I think they all just kind of had his. I don't know. I'll have to go look back at that after this because if they all were just like sharing off his ability or something, that would have been kind of funny and pretty weak as well. Because they do have all these guns and stuff, but I think that's more or less for you know, overall, not even just protection. You could just use guns for anybody, right? Like it's not like you become less human or something. You still have to be on guard at all times, and a normal person could take you out. But like I was saying, with the end of it all, the eighth clan is not gonna really care if they had to fight each other at the end of it all, right? Like, oh no, as the last game we have to fight each other and see who wins. Like, imagine if you had to fight now the girl with chains, the guy who knows you're lying with his gun, his one gun and maybe pistol, uh, and then you got to fight, you know, anybody else that might join. The very intelligent person who can foresee different events coming at her at different times. You know, all these people are pretty much against you, and you don't know what the area is going to be, or maybe you do learn and you can plan a little bit, but still, it's pretty telling on how much they want to give us in the grand scheme of who is ridiculously strong and who has really good abilities compared to the person who can only really, oh, that guy's lying right there, fight him, he's not going to really follow through with his plans, you know, like, oh, okay, thanks buddy. I could kind of tell by the bead of sweat on his neck, but thanks for your input. You know, it makes it really good to clarify. So as a whole, though, man, I feel like I try to find a character that could use like chain-like weapons that kind of throw, but in this game, I didn't really have it. She's the closest, but overall, man, I really do enjoy what Darwin game is kind of giving to us. It does seem like it's relatively easy to call out. Like I didn't see the girl with the chains dying at all, so to see her come back, I'm not surprised. Wasn't, you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh my god, this is the happiest moment ever. I thought you were dead. Like, nah, she's too much of one of the doper characters in here. Which I think if Darwin's game starts to actually take out some of these characters, like I think the most useless character is the guy who can tell lies, or know a lie's being said. So if you get rid of him, it may feel some type of way, but I think that's what these characters are kind of alluding to be at this point is people to fall, which is kind of sad to say because I don't see them holding as much jeopardy as they really can. But there's also the guy at school we haven't seen if he's ever, because his friend, both their friends died, and they're both go to the same school, but one of them got the game and the other one didn't. The guy who was a blonde-haired guy, we haven't heard anything from him, so that's kind of my next prediction is he might run into him or the guy that he already beat in a fight not long ago. So let me know what you guys are feeling about all this. I definitely want to see what will be the outcome on this show. A lot of things have started to kind of pop up, like when it comes down to certain characters, backstories, and why they fight, and that means that there's someone that they're straight up hunting down, you know, so there's another reason for this girl to leave our main character alone if the opportunity ever comes and be like, "Oh yeah, honey bunches of oats, I love you, but the guy I'm here for is showing up, so good luck." You know, just dip on him. So that's the type of stuff that I enjoy in shows. There should be there should be like these unknowns in the show that could ever pop up and kind of change a situation from a very easy win to a hard fought win and well deserved because of the setup of the show. So with all that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and if there's something else out today, I will try to get it out. If not, I will talk to you as soon as I can. So with all that being said, take care and later. Come here, boy.